Easy enough. You can add widgets. You can add things like if you need another spinner, if you need a custom card deck, an empty card holder. Okay. That, again, is how you share the link and get more players. That is how you go full screen. And that is when you need help. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Okay. And that for everything else you need. Done. Let's move on to one more to check out. Let's look at Secret Hitler. Now before, you did not need any kind of account or anything. Completely browser-based, completely shared room-based. Anybody who has the link for that room can join. There are no accounts. It's very strongly recommended that playingcards.io, you play together with friends over a chat thing, like Discord. This one also, secrethitler.io. Play with friends over Discord. In fact, Discord is one of the options to sign up and create a new account. If you don't have Discord, you can make a username, set your password, set your email, check these two boxes, and you have a new account. When that's done, create a game. If you need a flag, you can create a flag. If you need a game name, you can put in a game name. If you need it to be private, you can set a password. In fact, you can even set it unlisted so only people with a link can join your game. Okay? You can set all the other rules there. Let's say, for example, you're creating an unlisted game, which you can create a private game with a game name that everyone in your group will know and a password that everyone in your group will know, or just keep it unlisted. That way is easiest. Go ahead and create. Here is how you do that. Copy this link, share it through whatever chat software you're using, and anybody who clicks that link can join into that group. Okay. As far as playing Secret Hitler, that's its own kettle of fish, so let's hold off on that for now. Okay, one more free tool we can talk about that does have a web page and is available as a browser version, but also, if you have it, is available on Steam. Let's talk about Tabletopia. Now, as I said, this is free. It is free to make an account with. It is free to play. And it comes in several varieties. It comes in the phone app variety. You can see here. It comes in the, well, Steam variety. You can see loading up here. And it comes in the browser variety that you can play through any browser you know. The great advantage of this one is you don't really need everybody to have the same type of system to play together. Discord will help. or Skype will help so that everybody can talk together, but you can at least play games together with some people on Internet Explorer, some people on their smartphone, some people on Steam on their computer. Anyway, let's talk about finding and playing games. Now you can go through all the games, some of which you do have to pay for. So let's look just for free games. In fact, let's also filter by whatever language you're wanting to play in. You can play in English, you can play in Russian. There are some games in Russian. You can play in Spanish, if you so choose. There really need to be more Spanish games. Meanwhile, English. Okay, and hey, there's Secret Hitler that we were playing before. Let's try that. So load it up. Now, the original board game here is for 5 to 10 players. I imagine, though, they're wanting to keep it simple and easy for programming reasons. Okay. Now, play online. When you click play online, it will start creating a room for that game. You'll notice it's currently at 1 to 5 players. Now you can invite players directly through the app here, or here we go. You can copy the URL or the room number and share that, again, through Discord. For now, just to get familiar with the different ways you can use this, let's go ahead and start even though there's not enough people here. Now, if you don't know the rules of the game, I will say you really should have maybe clicked through the description and read them. If you didn't, I will show you the rules. So you can check the rules while you're playing. Now, click something and drag it. Clicks and drags things. Okay? Your color down at the bottom corresponds with your area for whatever game. But more importantly, any cards in that area that you drag down here, only you can see. This is your hand. Okay? And F will flip in your hand or not. Okay? In addition to F flipping things, you can also magnify using Z, as this tutorial on the corner tells you. Okay. Now, other things you can do. If you don't know what you can do with something, click question mark. If you need to pause, restart, or leave, use the main menu there in the upper left-hand corner. Chat bar to chat. That's it. Now, I think it's time to talk about not free tools. While we're in Steam, let's take a look at Tabletop Simulator. This one is not free, but it is a massive, very useful tool. As with most massive and very useful tools, it takes a while to load up. Now, if you're playing on a laptop or on your smartphone, Tabletop Simulator might not be the best choice. But it is something you can do for playing together with your friends. You can set it up in several different ways. One useful thing for teachers, you can set it up solo to either test games or to run role-playing games by showing the video, sharing your screen with your students. You can set it up multiplayer with, again, a server name and a password and a maximum number of players, and that creates the server. Or you can set it up hot seat, so if you only have one computer, you can take turns playing, but that we're not testing right now. We're testing playing over the internet. Now, when you join in with Tabletop Simulator, it has several classic types of games, from card games and poker to dominoes, mahjong, if you like mahjong, checkers, reversey, tools for RPGs, a lot of different things. It also has a lot of workshop items. Now, the workshop items are things that are created by other players on Steam that you can use for free. Let's start with a good example right now. I showed you before Joking Hazard as a card game that you can't really play over the internet, except here you can. Now you can see several tools here already, including a marker for judges, a book for the rules that can be stored away in its baggie, and a whole bunch of cards. Now, here's something that's very nice. You can deal to all your players however many cards you need. I really should have picked something other than Joking Hazard. And that will automatically go into the player's hands. Or you can pull cards as you need them. Like before with Tabletopia, F flips cards. And when they're in your hand, this area in front of your place, only you can see what those cards are. Nice thing is, you can put those cards out face down very easily. Okay, pretty easy, pretty simple. And there are other tools that do also prove useful, like spacebar to recenter. WASD to move around, R to lift up, Q and E to turn, T to put down, H to show your hand, B for a blindfold, very useful when you're playing a game that needs a blindfold like Werewolf, C for general chat, V for team chat. P to change the camera type. Okay. Like I said, a lot of different types of tools you can use. Okay. Let's move on. And let's get back to the browser. Because maybe you want to play other games like Dungeons and Dragons, but you don't have the books in your home. That's okay. One of the nice things about games of today is a lot of the books are available sometimes directly from the makers as PDFs. Dungeons and Dragons is one of them. You can see here. Their tabletop games are available for sale from the website as PDFs for the rules that you can download, as are digital games of many, many types. D20 Pro is a paid version of Roll20 that we saw earlier. Moving on a bit more, let's say you want to play something other than Dungeons and Dragons. Well, DriveThruRPG is a shop that specializes in PDFs of various different rule systems that you can get. In fact, they even have some one-page RPGs that I mentioned before, like Honey Heist. This one, oddly enough, is available for a suggested price, but not a price you actually have to pay. Still, when people make something, it's a good idea to pay them. And if you don't know what board game or what role-playing game to play, and you want to look for some ideas, here is another website you can use, rpggeek.com, and its sister site, boardgamegeek.com. Both of them give you the option to check through and browse a lot of different board games or role-playing games. I did say before there's like over 10,000 different types of role-playing games. Enjoy looking. If you don't like fantasy, there's so many science fiction and real-life business role-playing games out there. Just take a look sometime. Okay. And if you want to find more tools, here's another good website, battlegroundsgames.com, that lists so many resources for making maps yourself, or for free art to use in games, role-playing aids to use while on computer, and virtual tabletop programs, including more famous ones, Fantasy Grounds, Screen Monkey, Epic Table, RPG Table, 3D Virtual Tabletop. There's a lot out there. A lot. Links will be in the description. Anyways, thank you for joining me in going through all these different tools you can use to keep yourself entertained, to find a creative and interesting way to teach languages in your classroom, or to have fun. Enjoy!